Brutally murdered on a Greyhound bus, Tim McLean never saw it coming. The 22-year-old carnival worker was sleeping peacefully on his way home to Winnipeg when Vince Lee, a complete stranger, sat next to him. Without warning or provocation, Lee pulled out a large knife and began stabbing McLean repeatedly in the neck and chest. Other passengers fled in terror as Lee decapitated Tim and proceeded to cannibalize parts of his body. The bus driver managed to seal the bus doors, trapping Lee inside with Tim's body while passengers watched in horror through the windows. For 4 hours, Lee walked around the bus, carrying Tim's head and taunting the police outside. When sub-UMP finally arrested him, Lee was found carrying Tim's ears, nose, and tongue in his pockets. The most chilling part? Lee was found not criminally responsible due to schizophrenia. He spent just 7 years in a mental health facility before being released back into society. He even legally changed his name to Will Baker and now lives freely in Canada. Tim's mother has spent years fighting the justice system, questioning how someone who committed such a horrific act could be walking free. Today, Tim's story serves as a haunting reminder of how mental health and justice systems sometimes fail both victims and society.
The Silent Intruder. 1986, Denver, Colorado. A woman named Dorothy Jane Scott began noticing strange occurrences in her home. She would return from work to find small objects moved, food missing from her fridge, or her cat behaving anxiously. At first, she dismissed it, thinking she might be misremembering. But over time, the unease grew. One evening, Dorothy went to bed feeling a little more on edge than usual. In the middle of the night, she woke up to faint creaking sounds coming from the attic. Convinced it was just the house settling, she tried to ignore it. But the noises continued, faintly echoing above her. Days later, she started finding new, undeniable signs. Cupboards left open. A chair moved out of place. An unfamiliar smell in the air. Terrified, Dorothy finally called the police. They arrived, searched the house, and found no one. But as they were leaving, one officer noticed something strange. A small access door to the attic that appeared slightly ajar. When they opened it, they discovered a man, dirty and emaciated, crouched in the attic. He had been living there for weeks, possibly months, watching Dorothy through small cracks in the ceiling. He had even written notes about her daily routines. The intruder was arrested, but Dorothy was so shaken that she moved out of the house immediately. She never felt safe again. The thought of someone living above her, watching her every move, still haunts many who hear her story. It's a chilling reminder that sometimes the real terror isn't supernatural. It's human.
Shocking discovery inside Jeffrey Dahmer's fridge revealed the true evil of America's most infamous cannibal. Polaroid pictures scattered across his nightstand showed exactly how he posed his victims. July 22nd, 1991, 2 Milwaukee police officers entered apartment 213 and found the stuff of nightmares. The smell hit them first, rotting flesh mixed with chemicals. But what they found in that fridge changed true crime history forever. 3 human heads, neatly stored next to condiments and leftovers. Dahmer wasn't just killing, he was collecting, preserving, and consuming his victims. He'd drill holes in their heads while they were alive, pouring acid inside, trying to create living zombies who would never leave him. The scariest part? He seemed totally normal to his neighbors, worked at a chocolate factory, kept to himself, always polite, even invited people over for coffee. Little did they know he was serving drinks in cups he'd made from his victims' skulls. When police finally caught him, he calmly explained his methods like he was sharing a recipe. 17 young men and boys. That's how many lives he took between 1978 and 1991. But the real horror? He could have been stopped years earlier. Multiple victims escaped, but police returned them right back to Dahmer's apartment. He was finally killed in prison by another inmate in 1994, bringing an end to one of America's darkest chapters